What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be talking about all the new cards, Rewind, Game Changers, and then giving you guys an update on the market. Now, I'm going to start with Rewind because I haven't mentioned them quite yet at all, but 3 new Rewind players in Justin Jefferson, Ja'Marr Chase, and Joe Burrow, as well as a ton of new Game Changers cards. Now, I'm going to start with Joe Burrow, who 93 speed, accuracy stats look incredibly good, good carrying. Comes with extender on platinum, which is just crazy to me. If you are looking at what else he does get, he gets that silver workhorse, gold magician. He does get gold field general, which can identify blitzers in coverage shell pre-snap. Like, okay, for 5 APs, it just seems crazy to me to give Joe Burrow, but obviously, Burrow looks incredibly good as far as his overall ability to play this game. So again, we'll break down all the cards, but I just want to briefly start with Burrow as being one of your better quarterbacks in the game. Wish his speed maybe was slightly higher, but he has, the 98 throw accuracy stat, that hidden stat, 98 throw power, and again, throws a tight power. You could argue he's the best quarterback in the game for you. As far as Justin Jefferson, what does he give you? Well, he comes with 97 speed, 98 acceleration, route running incredibly good, air raid chemistry, 99 change of direction, gets shifty on gold, sidestep on gold. The problem with him is he only gets silver takeoff. Everything else is basically maxed out on this card. Only the 75 run blocking, you could maybe say that's a little bit of a downfall. But no gold shifty just hurts, like that just hurts his value quite a bit. I still think Justin Jefferson, one of your best wide receivers in the game, probably in that 4 or 5 range, but nothing compared to Ja'Marr Chase, who is your best wide receiver in the game. And again, what is his price tag worth? I don't know, but he comes with 97 speed, 99 catching, 98 deep route running, 98 change of direction, 99 acceleration, comes with gold takeoff, gold sure hands if you want to give it to him. I'm telling you right now, Ja'Marr Chase is the best wide receiver in the game, and it's genuinely not particularly close. Like, I think the difference between Ja'Marr Chase and that next best wide receiver is massive. I genuinely do. I mean, the card is an absolute stud in this game. So with the Rewind set today, with the Rewind drop, you got 3 really good cards. Obviously, Ja'Marr Chase, the best of them all. But again, you got really solid cards. And again, we'll talk about the market here in a second. Now, with the Game Changers drop, if you want me to go specifically into all these cards, it's just going to be brief, just because I'm not the biggest fan of these Game Changers drops. Like, John Lynch is where we're going to start it off here. 6'2" at the strong safety position, good acceleration, does come with the 97 change of direction, 98 zone coverage. Is he the best strong safety in the game? Well, I think you can make that case, but Derwin James does have that 97 speed. I actually like John Lynch more than I initially thought I would, and it really comes down, well, to the fact that he does come with that 97 change of direction. That is absolutely elite, absolutely incredible. Wish he was a little bit faster, but card ends up being good because of that change of direction. Chris Paul Jr., the zone coverage stinks on this card. However, he has 93 change of direction, 6'1", just a weird card. That 75 zone coverage is crazy to me. It's just such a weird card with Chris Paul Jr. that I just honestly, I don't even know how to talk about him. Great speed acceleration, great block shed, good change of direction. In coverage, though, he leaves a ton to be desired. So I don't know how I feel about Chris Paul Jr. I think my jury is still out on him. Mark Ingram up next. It comes down to abilities, what he gets, because 96 change of direction, or 96 speed, 96 change of direction, 97 speed acceleration, good break tackle, good spin, good juke. Does come with sidestep on gold. Shifty is only on silver, so he leaves something to be desired, but Mark Ingram is still really solid. Do wish he did have that shifty on gold. For Julio Jones, 97 speed, good route runner, good change of direction. Does come with cutter on gold. I mean, okay, that's fine. I wish he came with takeoff on gold, but I mean, it just limits Julio Jones from being like that best wide receiver in the game. Thibodeaux up next. I think he is the best right end in the game. That's what I'm telling you right now. I do not think there's a right end that's better than Thibodeaux. Now, it does only get quick jump on silver, but he is the fastest right end in the game. Combine that with really good block shed, really good at getting after the quarterback. He is the best right end in the game. I don't even know if it's particularly close. Thibodeaux is really, really good. We also do see Josiah Stewart. So I say it's not close. Josiah Stewart is basically the same as the level 50 card, which is just a weird concept. He's better than the level 50 card. Really good acceleration, good change direction, good block shed, good power move, finesse move. You could argue he's just as good as Thibodeaux. Not as fast, but you could literally argue that this card is just as good with his ability, with the acceleration, change of direction. That Josiah Stewart card is extremely good. Then we'll look at some of the budget-ish options from today's set, today's drop. Micah Parsons came out a while ago. He is obviously not a new card. Let's look at Whit Weeks. We've seen a bunch of Whit Weeks cards this year. 94 speed, decent finesse move, decent change direction. The 86 block shed is a decently low. Wish I was higher. 92 zone coverage. He's a fine all-around backer. Like, I'm not going to hate on Whit Weeks. Is he perfect? No. But he's a fine all-around linebacker. Like, if you run a theme team, the LSU theme team looks pretty good. Chandler Morris, 94 speed. Accuracy stats look pretty solid. Good change of direction. For Chandler Morris, the card does not look bad. Dot on silver, magician on gold, workhorse on silver. I do want to see for Chandler Morris what that throw accuracy stat looks like. 95 throw accuracy, does throw a tight spiral. For a budget quarterback, he might be your best budget quarterback in the game. Say I'm wrong, that's fine, but I'm telling you, that is how good Chandler Morris is. He is actually the real deal on this game. Defensive tackle Zeke Biggers up next. 89 speed, 93 acceleration. Good block shed, gets after the quarterback, 6'6". I like Biggers. I honestly don't know like that much about him, but the card looks really, really solid at that defensive tackle position, again, for a budget-ish card. Next up, strong safety, Glendon Miller up next. Does have that hybrid tag, 6'2", 95 speed, 94 acceleration, good in zone, decent in man, 94 change of direction. He's fine. Not the elite of the elites, but is a fine, strong safety on this game. Another strong safety, Maxon Hook. You guys can see 335 tight, 6 feet tall, 95 speed, 94 acceleration. Coverage-wise, not great, 94 change direction. I like the other strong safety slightly more. Maxon Hook's not horrible, but he's just not one of my favorite strong safeties in the game. And that's really it for the new cards today. Now, we got a ton of new good cards today. I don't love necessarily how they did the Game Changers drop, but I'm telling you right now, we've got a bunch of new really good cards added into the game. And that, I don't care how you feel about it, that is genuinely the truth. Tyler Boyd, you guys can see, is now 526,000 coins. Why? Well, it's relatively simple, right? We're seeing better and better cards. Justin Jefferson is now in the game. Ja'Marr Chase is now in the game, which should drop the overall price of that wide receiver position. Furthermore, you can look at the other positions, like the quarterback position. Should lose a lot of value. Obviously, Joe Burrow is one of those best quarterbacks in the game. Should cause the overall prices of that quarterback position to go down. New strong safety into the game, obviously, in John Lynch. Well, guess what? Marsh could go down in price. You could also see a guy like Derwin James get cheaper as well today with obviously, the rewind set. Derwin James looks like an absolute buy opportunity. If you can find a way to get him for, let's say, like 150,000 coins, I think is an instant buy for a guy like Derwin James. So there's a lot to look at today, guys. There's a ton to look at. I do think today is a decent day to buy. Now, the reason I say that is because I don't like the content drops on the weekend, right? We got tomorrow, which I think, what's tomorrow? Scheme Spotlight, I do think is what we'll see tomorrow. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you got a drop in, today that I personally think is a really good content drop, right? A content drop that should at least drop the overall price of the market by quite a bit. And maybe this is EA's sign of them really ramping things up, because I've said for the last couple of weeks, I feel like EA's kind of been coasting, and that eventually we need to really see some of these prices drop, some of these cards, go down in price. And maybe this is EA's way of doing that. Like I say, Derwin James, one of the best strong safeties in the entire game. I love this card. 92 change directions a little low, but one of the best strong safeties in the entire game is now 175,000 coins, right? The wide receiver position, because we got a ton of, good wide receivers today, we should see a lot of these cards go way down in price today. Adunze. A lot of people really gas this card. A lot of people love Adunze. A lot of people say he's one of the best receivers in the game. And I get it, right? The card is objectively good, especially, if you're looking for like an all-around wide receiver. He does it all, man. Like 82 run blocking, solid, good speed. Like, again, the card does a lot on the field. So if you are looking to build your squad, I do think today is a really solid day to do that. And again, price-wise, a lot of these cards have gotten a lot cheaper today. Even a guy like Chad Johnson, guys, he's got 96 speed, decent route runner. Like, for his price, I don't think Chad Johnson is bad at all. But just find guys that you like for their respective positions. I'm going to actually buy this Chad Johnson and try to resell him for a little bit more. I do think today you need to be careful with the market. You don't want to lose any coins on these cards, especially with the uncertainty of just the uncertainty of the market like today. I don't know what it's really going to do. So you got to kind of be careful. For 65,000 coins though, I think I've got to take the risk that Chad Johnson's going to, consistently sell for more than that. With the price of a Doomsday, you never know. Like with the Doomsday's price being as low as it is, it would not shock me to, see his price just continue to get a little cheaper. Like I said with not Justin Jefferson, Ja'Marr Chase, he is that best wide receiver in the game. And so I would not be shocked. It's one of these things, we could start seeing more and more wide receivers with that, that come with that gold takeoff. But, if he's going to consistently sell for that 1.3 million coins, I don't know. Like, is he worth that? Probably not. But it's just really tough given the situation right now. Obviously, Sketch, incredibly cheap. You can get some of these other cheaper options. I think Tyler Boyd, for his price, is probably the better option. One thing I haven't really mentioned a whole ton at the time I'm recording this video is that the Game Changers cards should, as well as Rewind cards, should go way down in price today. So like Game Changers, if you search just by Game Changers, you should be able to snag a lot of these cards for really solid prices on the auction house. Why? A lot of people are opening these Game Changers packs. In turn, these cards should get a lot cheaper. Jeff Saturday, Joe Alt, CeeDee Lamb, Gronk, Evan Ingram. These are the list of guys that, I don't mind for their respective prices right now. Same thing defensively. If you want Rakpo, I don't love him. You want Jadeveon Clowney, he's an LTD, so I wouldn't really recommend him. But if you want Joey Porter Jr., right? He's a card I really do like. Walter Nolan, the defensive tackle I really like. These are guys at their, again, specific positions that I really do enjoy using. Even a guy like Noah Williams, right? If you can get him for 75,000 coins, and I'm going to take the risk and put him back up for 99 and hope he sells. But I mean, Noah Williams is an absolute stud at the cornerback position. If you play zone coverage, could see his price eventually go up. So again, I don't know. I like taking risks when it comes down to the auction house on days like today. I do believe, again, if you do want any of these new cards, today is a really solid day to build your squad. Even for myself, right? I think today is a solid day for me to look at building my squad up. Now, again, what am I trying to look for? Well, any of these Game Changers cards that can maybe help my squad out, whether that's CeeDee Lamb, whether it's a guy like Joe Alt, just guys that can help build my squad from the ground up. And even, if you look at the 98.99 overalls, like a Tyler Boyd for $3.99, that's an instant buy. Like, I know his price could eventually go back up, but if you can get him for like $3.99 with that gold takeoff, I think he's literally nearly as good as, these top wide receivers in the game. So I'm fine with spending that on a guy like Tyler Boyd, really trying to solidify my squad for my foreseeable future. Like I mentioned, Derwin James, another guy I really like, and again, is a guy that I'm looking to possibly pick up. So a lot of different options, and even with the Rewind set, right? I haven't talked a whole ton about that. I've talked more about the Game Changers, but the Rewind set is more hype today than the Game Changers set. So with that being said, if you want the Rewind cards, it's simple, right? Like a Derwin James for 158. He might continue to go down. Like I honestly think today is a day that he could continue to crash, continue to go down today. But for 155, I don't mind buying him because I think he is one of the best strong safeties in the entire game. And for that price, I'm comfortable picking Derwin James up. Genuinely, I'm comfortable with it. Again, he could go down in price. That's fine if he does, but I'm comfortable with it. Hollyman, again, for his price, he's a really solid coverage safety. I really like what he gives you. Adunze is 100,000 coins. Chad Johnson, 55,000 coins. These are cards that are really solid in this game that for their prices, I mean, you can't pass them up. And genuinely, I'm serious when I say that. Adunze for 100,000 coins is an absolute steal on this game. So again, there's so many different options for you guys today, but with as many people as opening these Rewind packs and as many Game Changers cards as I'm seeing, I would try to take advantage of this and build your squad up. Even a guy like Joe Thomas for 70,000 coins seems like a steal to me. I'm not saying the card is going to be, the best card in the game, but for that price, seems like a steal. Jalen Carter at the defensive tackle position. Another card at a 96 overall for 60,000 coins. He's good. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be the best defensive tackle in the game, but the card is extremely good. So today, I would try to find what works for you. If you want a Patrick Surtain, who I don't necessarily love at this stage, but he's fine. you can pick him up. Obviously today, there's going to be a lot of 98.99 overalls that are posted on the auction house as well that you could look to pick up. Now again, I would recommend you guys being relatively patient with the auction house because like I mentioned, I mean, you really don't know what these cards are going to settle for right now. I think there's a lot going on in today's content drop to, rush in and buy all these cards for insane prices. But if you do see a card like I did at that wide receiver position with Tyler Boyd, who does have that gold takeoff, like a guy like that for me is tough to pass up on. But be pretty patient. Be, pretty cognizant of what the auction house could look like, a couple hours from the time I am recording this thing. But do think the market could continue to go down. We'll see if EA does ramp up heading into this weekend. That is going to wrap it up for my video. I happen to purchase a couple of guys that I think can help my squad out in a big time way. Obviously, again, my squad, kind of a budget-ish squad. It's not super budget, but budget-ish squad right now. Now that I got Tyler Boyd, Corey Coleman, and Keenan Allen, I got 3 guys with gold takeoff. That was my goal. Finally got it. Now I can start to make some things shake. Defensively, Derwin James going to be a just fantastic addition to my squad. Probably should sell Isaiah Cash before we do dive into the stories of the week content tomorrow, because I do feel like his price could go down a little bit more. So just kind of something that I'm thinking about heading into tomorrow's content drop. That is going to wrap it up for our video today. I know I threw a lot at you today, but there is a lot going on with today's content drop. The first content drop in a long time that I've actually been pretty hype about, and maybe it is worth me starting to build my squad back up. But let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.